What's shaking, Chewy Nation? ChewbaccaLemma here, back with another Madden 18 Ultimate Team video. Today we're going to talk about sniping Super Bowl players. Now, it's been out for a while. The filter has, obviously not as good as when it first dropped, as when any promo drops. Not as good, but we're going to talk about that and really more of a tip on how to make your filter better, especially when new promos drop. I've talked about this before, but this one's kind of unique, so I do want to talk about that. But before we get into that, Mudhead Podcast, by the time this goes up, I think it will be live, so if you could check it out, I'll leave a description down below. It was just me and Slump. It seems like people like those better, just us two talking about the content, talking about some leaks, the limited time cards that are dropping, or we know that a Reggie White is coming, I think tomorrow, a Mean Joe Green, and then a Jerry Rice. So we already know that. So we talked about that. Talk about some other things as well. But if you could check that out, that'd be awesome. Download, listen if you want to listen. Not necessary. And then rate on iTunes if you feeling obliged to do that. Or I don't know. But thank you guys so much for the support. It's been awesome. But let's talk about first my team. If you have any suggestions, let me know. No money spent, but of course a lot of time spent. I like the team. Still haven't updated Todd Gurley. I know. But I just haven't seen a good upgrade. Corners are fine. See, this isn't the best team in MUT, even though it's 95. I just have high overalls, but I could definitely, Gilmore is definitely not one of the best corners in the game. Conley's solid, but could definitely get better there. So overall, it's a really good team. Not I don't have Landon Collins team of the year at strong stage, but still obviously very good. But let's go ahead and talk about sniping Super Bowl cards. Now, before you get into too much into sniping, the first thing you have to know is what the prices are of what you want to snipe, because especially when a new promo drops, you need to know your prices. If you don't know your prices, what they're selling for, you're going to have a problem. Now, once the promo drops, the prices fall quite a lot, so what I like to do, I usually cut it by about 500 under. So say the promo just dropped. So Super Bowl promo just dropped, and this is what I've seen on the auction house. I'd probably throw them up for like 9,300, because by the time it gets up, after an hour, the price value will start falling. And if you don't want to do that, maybe you put them up for 800 less. So you kind of find a number. I usually think about 500, and I do lose value on that. But if they don't sell like right away, they keep falling and falling, and you have to repost, and you can only have 20 auctions. And you just want cards to sell, because once this promo drops, what you'll notice is you'll get these cards they'll go for like 15,000, and you'll be buying them for 10,000 under for a long time. Or let's say they're at 10,000, and you're buying them for 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. You want those to sell. So putting them up for a little bit less, not a terrible idea. Obviously, now the promo's been out for a little bit while, and this video, I don't think it can ruin the filter, because the filter isn't really anything too earth-shattering, and it also is not something that it's like one specific filter where everybody will do the same thing, because there's so many different ways that you can do this. But the first thing, like I said, you need to know your prices. So when you search by buy now Super Bowl, so I'm just doing Super Bowl buy now, the cheapest ones up are 9,800, and you see them starting to sell. One sold at 9,900. So if you notice, the selling point is somewhere between 98 and 9,900. If you want to be safe, maybe drop it down to 97, because it's been out for a while, so you can be pretty sure it will sell. If you don't feel comfortable with that, drop it a few more hundred if you want to make sure they sell. After you keep doing this for a while, maybe an hour, see if they haven't moved it. Have they moved at all? Maybe you can raise it up. Maybe you put them at 95, and maybe you want to put them up at 98 then. That's your call. But for right now, it looks like they're pretty locked in around 9,800. Maybe 9,700 if you want to feel safe. So that's usually when I see 9,800, I'm like, I'll throw it up for 97. I'll throw it up for 96 to make sure it sells. It's been out for a while. So now that you know your prices, this is where it gets tough. So newest, if we look at just newest, 9 minutes, right? 9 minutes is not good. Like you can't see you're not seeing the newest cards. You're not going to snipe them. So let's go to a team. All right. So let's go. We obviously have the Patriots, Eagles, Seahawks, but let's just go to the Patriots for this 16 minutes. Newest Patriots, 16 minutes. Not good. Not good, obviously. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can reduce this all. Let's do 84 and 85. 27 minutes. Still not good. And you notice, is it only 2 cards here? Maybe 3? I think it might just be 2. Just Malcolm Mitchell and Dwayne Allen. It's just those 2. So you're like, well, this filter is terrible. So let's go ahead and let's just sort it down. Tight end. 70. Okay. I could buy this, but it's not important for this. 7,900. This right here is only only showing Dwayne Allen. So people are like, well, how do you see 59 minutes? Because that's what I tell you as well. Make sure you're seeing 59 minutes. What's the deal here? The thing is, the way the auction house works, it's the 100 cards closest to expiring. There's only 100 cards here. If you count 5 per, there's 20 rows down. It's 100 cards closest to expiring. There is so many Dwayne Allens posted on the auction house, and this works for like every card, for these cheap Super Bowl cards. There are so many of them that you can't even see 59 minutes. And this is a lot of times what happens with a new promo. So what you have to do is you have to filter down to one specific player. That's why I said there's no way this kills a filter. People always say that, like whenever I make a video, well, there goes that filter. I still use the filters after I make the video. My flashback filter that I did for my Road to series still looks amazing. The playoff filter, you would think that one would still, guess what? It still works really well. So, and I made a video on that. So it really, the reason why the filter gets worse is just because that's what happens as the time goes on. This filter is not nearly as good as it was day one, because that's the way the market works. People are buying these cards for like $5,000, selling them for $15,000. Yeah, of course, you're not gonna be able to do that, for as long as the promo's out. That doesn't make any sense, whether somebody makes a video or not. But for this specific filter, there's really like so many different avenues that you can take that you really can't, like, I can tell you to look. I mean, I guess now maybe everybody's trying to snipe Dwayne Allen. So I guess if you were sniping Dwayne Allen, maybe you go to a different position. But so you see 7,900, 100 cards closest to expiring. I could have got that, and I could have sold it for almost 10,000. That's 1,000 coins right there. Really easy, right? That is what. Okay, so newest. Let's not get ahead of myself. Okay, whoops. 49 minutes. Let's just refresh to show again. We're only seeing Dwayne Allen's. This right here is as best as you can do. There's 100 cards, Dwayne Allen. You can't filter down any farther. So there's not a single person. If I put a Dwayne Allen up for 100 coins, there is not a single person that could snipe that card. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. All right, I'm just going to refresh this. Okay? I'm actually going to show you what I mean. Did you see how it's 51 minutes? I've never done this before. Auction. Let's hope that nobody has a glitch. 100 coins for 1 hour. Did you see it's up for 59 minutes, right? That would be crazy if somehow some glitch hatched. Sorry, you want to see 59, but you're only seeing 51. Nobody can see my card because there's no way to filter it down. This is a good filter right here. This is all you have to do. You just keep refreshing. That's how you do it. And you can switch positions, of course. You can go Malcolm Mitchell. I got to make sure to take that off so I don't lose just coins. But yeah, it hasn't sold yet. Why would 100 coin card? Why? Of course somebody would buy that right away. Who's the other one? I didn't mean to click kicker. Is it free safety or strong safety? Oh, he's a wide receiver. Malcolm Mitchell. I don't know. Okay, whatever. So 8,000. Is this one 59? It is 59. So this one you might be able to get away with just keep refreshing. You might be able to, depending on when you're sniping. Let's see how close it is. It's probably very close. Oh, it's right on the edge. Right on the edge. So I guess it depends on the card itself, but let's go ahead and take this off so nobody... Look, it's still up. Can you explain that? It's because nobody can possibly see this card. It won't come up for another 6 or 7 minutes when anybody can see it. So that is what you want to do. Let's go ahead and take that down, and let's go ahead and sell it. But that's what you want to do when filtering. If you don't like, of course, Dwayne Allen, you can, of course, do other filters as well. So Super Bowl, whatever card you want. Say you want to do... Jermaine Curse, then you would go Seattle Seahawks there. I don't know how many of these are. Let's see. Okay, 42 minutes. This one might be okay. Is it just 2 wide receivers? Is that all we have here? Yeah, it's just 2 wide receivers. So you actually need to filter this down even farther. This one's really weird. So pound the rock, go deep, or you can do it by name. Or by overall. There's so many different things you can do. So let's just do overall. 86 to 87, and now you're just seeing just Jermaine Curse, and this is the only thing you can really do, and then just keep refreshing and sell them for close to 10,000. That's all you can do. You can't really get away right now with doing something other than that. And that's unfortunately that's what it is. You're not going to see 59 minutes a lot of times on this filter, and a lot of times you're not going to see 59 minutes whenever a new promo drops. That's just the way it works. That's basically why it's pretty easy to snipe, because there's a lot of people that don't know how to snipe. They just do Super Bowl, cheapest, and they don't realize that they have to break it down 100. They have to get it down to just that one card, and then just keep refreshing. Like, that's how you snipe on a new promo, and hopefully that made some sense. Of course, I feel like I've repeated myself a lot, and I know I've said this sort of before, but nothing, I guess, in a specific video exactly how that works. But hopefully that made some sense. I just kind of thought to put that up for 100 coins to completely show you that you can't possibly snipe that card for 100 coins because it's not going to show up for another, it's almost 10 minutes it doesn't show up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was informative. I hope it wasn't too, like, I don't know. I hope it wasn't, if you already know it, I'm sorry. If you watch this and you're disappointed with, the filter, there's really not much else you can do with it. That's about it. You can look around for positions, maybe find one that you really like. It seems like that Dwayne Allen looked good because maybe a lot of people aren't going to be using that now that I put it out there. Maybe, will. But mess around with the positions. Find a player that you like and just keep sniping that one player is probably the best way to do it if you want to snipe the cheap Super Bowl cards. But thank you guys. You guys are absolutely incredible. That's all I got. ChewbaccaLemma out.
Here to stay, so let me hear you say, chains off me, I know that's